I want to chat or start out today, and Alfonso, you are welcome to chime in here, chat about the competitive market analysis. That's what most realtors will provide folks who are thinking about putting their house on the market, and it really is a very important document. But we do things a little differently. As we know, Gerard Realty Group does most things differently.
Yes, we do.
What you see in the marketplace, and the idea for that is that we want to be agnostic about the deal. In other words, we don't care what people buy or sell as far as they're buying a house. We don't care which one it is because we don't own it. We want to just make sure that they don't pay too much and that they like the house. And on the selling side, our job is to get as high a price in the range that the market will allow for our sellers. But a lot of it starts with the competitive market analysis, and at Gerard Realty Group, we call that the home health report. So the standard competitive market analysis, the CMA, it really covers kind of a generic description of the house and the marketplace. So it's similar to what, Alfonso, you will do when you're doing a valuation for a buyer,
right? To
assign a value to the house and come up with what you think is their recommended purchase price. So just real quickly, what would be the first thing you'll look at when you try to determine the value of a property?
Well, Damian, what we'll do is we'll go and we'll look at the subject house and we'll try to create a profile, like what price point it is, where it is as far as location, city or school district, and then we're going to try to find homes that are going to compare to that to show us where it sits in the market, because the market value is going to determine the purchase price.
Exactly.
Not me.
Exactly.
I don't determine the price.
And it doesn't really matter if it's you on the buy side or me on the sell side.
Right.
What we're trying to do is assign a market value or an expected, to set expectations right for the buyer or the seller. Is that right?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
I think we usually start with the school district. That is the number one driver. Schools are the reason why people buy property, and it's the reason why values on the selling side are what they are, is generally school district, especially in St. Louis County and St. Charles. Is that right?
That's absolutely right. Even if they don't have kids, it helps on the resale value. So people are always thinking ahead. Hey, if I buy this house, it's in a great school district, it's going to be a great selling point.
Right. And so when we look at that, the competitive market for the school district, we're going to find kind of an average price, and then we're going to make adjustments based on the condition and the updates and things like that.
Absolutely.
What we do at the Gerard Realty Group for the sellers, for the home health report, is we add another dimension to it that I don't know of any other realtors that do it, but we add the expectation for equity based on what they should have as far as loans and notes on that house, first mortgages, second mortgages. We go back, we look at when those loans were taken out, what the time frame that has transpired. We're looking at what the expected amount of principal reduction they've had by paying off, because people forget. I mean, every month you pay your mortgage, it's not all interest. You're actually paying down some of your principal, right?
Gaining some equity. Absolutely.
And then we're going to look at what we hope is going to be appreciation for the house. It's not always the case, but I think we're out of the dark ages now where people are back even after the crash. They're back to upside. So we're going to add those things to the traditional CMA. We're going to add the upside potential. We're going to add the loan payoff that's occurred since they took out the loans, and we're going to come up with a real position in the marketplace for what the house is worth. So if you are thinking about or planning to get your house on the market, there is no best time except for this time today.
Right now,
right?
Absolutely.
I mean, market's going to get a whole lot better as far as activity goes, but that doesn't necessarily mean that buyers are going to buy for less or sellers are going to sell for more. It just means there's more transactions, more sellers and buyers. Mm-hmm. But if you're looking for information on what your house is truly worth and what sort of reductions you've had in your principal to put the whole picture together from an asset advisor perspective, call me now, Damian Gerard, Gerard Realty Group. The number is 314-896-0474. Call that number. In fact, if you're driving, don't call. If you are stationary, call. Maybe text it. But we want to hear from you, and just text or call and leave a message with the letters HHR, that's Home Health Report, and we'll get the information you need to assign the value to your property and tell you what your buying situation might be.